So my name is Jesse Huckins. The purpose of this speech is to inform everybody on the logistics and reasons to buy a new or used car, mainly a used car. So the purpose of this speech is to inform you. The specific purpose is to give you the 4 points that we're looking for when buying a new car. That's the checklist, the price, the test drive, and the vehicle history. My experience with cars is that I used to work part-time for CarMax. So one thing that we would try to do is get rid of the used cars on the lot at the best rate possible, so that way we can make more money. So what would happen if somebody comes in, they don't have a lot of money to spend, so I get them to buy a used car first thing, because we get those cars off the lot and you guys walk away with what you think is a new car, but there's really a lot behind that. So what you can do to make sure that you're not getting ripped off when you're making a purchase is knowing what you're getting yourself into. So that's what we're going to talk about. The 4 points are the vehicle history report, the mechanics inspection, the test drive, and finally the price. So to start off, the ownership history, the vehicle history report, you're going to want to know how many owners have had the vehicle. This is important to know, like what kind of style the driver was, if there's any kinds of other problems with the vehicle that might come up with the kind of driver that was driving the vehicle before. Are there any previous accidents? This can be found out in the Carfax report. Usually anything more than 2 or 3 accidents should offer you a red flag. You might not want to get the car. Let's see. Talk about the Carfax report, and on top of the Carfax report, you want to also find out if there's been any previous water damage or any kind of fire damage with the car, which can all be found out in the Carfax report. So to sum up the vehicle history report, the Carfax will give all that to you. Now that I've discussed the value of obtaining a vehicle history report, I will now briefly discuss the mechanics inspection. The mechanics inspection is a mechanical inspection done by a mechanic or the buyer itself. Now there's a couple websites that you can go to. I know that I use the DMV as an excellent source. I use their website, so I'm going to go ahead and cite that right now. The DMV and also the Allstate Insurance Company has some good websites. At the end, on the paper that I wrote, I put it in APA format to let you guys know that you can use this for reference. On the mechanical checklist, there's everything from the hood of the car all the way to the bottom of the undercarriage to the tires. Some things that you should check for, the brakes, the steering, the windshield, make sure you're avoiding any cracks, just an overall checklist of the vehicle. So the mechanical inspection is something very important that you should go off. Now that I've discussed the importance of a proper mechanics inspection, I will now go on to the test drive of the vehicle itself. So the test drive of the vehicle is going to make sure that the vehicle fits you, that there are no problems with it, and that you can get just a feel for the car that you're buying. So now when you go to buy a used car at a dealership, they're going to try to get you to buy the car, but don't let them pressure you. Buy at your own pace because you're the buyer. Now that I've went over the benefits of test driving your potentially used car, I will now go over the price of the used car. The price, you want to make sure that you're not getting ripped off. Do your research, go to a couple of different dealerships, and adjust from there. Again, you're the buyer. You set the tone of all that, especially when you're going to a dealership. So make sure that the price fits you. You're not going to go in debt when you're buying a car either. That pretty much sums up. I'll give you 4 points: the test drive, the price, the mechanical inspection, and the vehicle history report. These are all 4 very important things that you should go into when buying a new used car.
1 more minute.
So, to sum it up, the process of buying a used car can be kind of intimidating. Some people don't know what they're getting themselves into. So to kind of recap on what I talked about in the beginning, those 4 points again are very important and vital to the process of buying a used car. Let's see. It's also important to know that people selling the used cars are out to get the sale. So when you're going to a dealership, you need to understand you need to understand everything that you're doing before you go into a dealership, because their ultimate goal is to get you to buy the car. After you've gotten the car, you should be good to go. And your first experience in buying a car should be used to begin with. There you go.
Okay.